I'd like for you folks to meet my friend Jay Winborn. Jay works for a hat company, Resitol. The boys and I are so proud to wear Resitol hats. And Jay, thank you so much for taking the time to come visit with us.
Red, it's a pleasure to be here.
You know, we all just walk into a store and buy a hat and put it on. If we like it, we might want to reshape it a little bit, but we never stop to think about where that hat comes from and what all it takes to make a hat. And we know that it's made out of fur, but tell us a little bit about how hats are made. And I see you brought some props with you, so you can show me the different the stages of the hat building.
Well, there's three key ingredients that go into making the felt that make our felt hat bodies. Rabbit hair, beaver hair, hare's fur, which hare is just a glorified rabbit. But primarily the three main ingredients are fur, water, and heat. And if I can just show you here a real quick demonstration of how this natural fur will bind with a little water and heat. If I can just dip it in your coffee here.
You'll make a brown hat?
Yeah. This fur is moist, and what I'll do is I just put it in my hand and roll it. And you can see that loose fur has now bound into a very strong fiber. I mean, if you can grab it there.
My goodness.
You can barely pull it apart.
Yeah.
I think you're slipping on it, but
yeah,
it's extremely strong. From that process, I mean, obviously it's a little bit different the way we do it. We're not doing this by rolling our hands. We have machines that form these hat bodies. This is kind of the beginning stage of what one of our Western hats looks like. And you can see how large this is. This is a fur felt cone that we manufacture in Longview, Texas, at our rough hat body there. We are the only company in North America that from start to finish manufactures their hats. We form the bodies there, and what happens is this cone is basically processed through a series of procedures, rollers, that will tighten and bind the felt tighter and tighter. And you can see the different phases it goes through, and you can feel the difference, the firmness of it, and how much tighter it gets.
My goodness.
Until ultimately it's shrunk down to that. Now, this is a dyed body. They'll take this natural felt and put it in a vat of dye and dye it brown, silver belly, natural, black, all the multitude of colors that we sell in our hat lines. And ultimately, by the time it comes to garland, this is what arrives at our garland factory here. It's kind of a Jed Clampett looking hat, but this is the start of basically what you have on your head right now. The rough bodies are formed, they're sized, there's blocking that goes in this to form the size from 6.5 all the way up to size 8. They go through several different processes. There's ultimately about 300 different steps that go into making our felt hats. And you ultimately wind up with this product here. This is an open crown natural beaver hat that's trimmed out. You can see, we add the band, the bound edge, the satin liner, the sweatband. All those pieces are done by hand in our factory in Garland, Texas.
So when you put it on the block, you use heat by pressing this.
Exactly.
And the fibers of the fur continue to close. Do they have little barbs on them that keep it from pulling?
Little bitty barbs, and the water and the heat causes those barbs to curl and bind tighter and tighter and tighter. There's stiffening agents that are added into the hat as well to give it its body, its heft. A Western hat tends to be stiffer than like a dress fedora style hat. So, there's quite a bit of stuff that goes into it.
And then show us the finished product.
Well, obviously this is a finished open crown, but I also I took the opportunity to bring out, this is our 20X black gold hat, which is pretty much our most popular hat that we sell. And one thing I want to show you different, Red, is this has what we call a suede finish to it. It gives it that velvety nap to it. It's a special machine that we have in Garland to finish these hats out the way that they are. But this is our #1 selling hat. I'd say probably 80% of the professional rodeo cowboys today wear this hat, as well as team ropers. It's been our most popular model hat for many, many years.
Well, I'll tell you, the boys and I are proud to wear them.
Here I took the opportunity to bring one of our 100X cattle barons out. This is a natural beaver hat as well. And when I say natural, this has no dye added to it. It's just the way it looks when it comes out. You know, it's a very similar shade to this cone here.
Well, now when you go in to buy a hat, you'll know that it took a whole lot more people and a whole lot more processes to build this hat that you can put on your head than just the folks who are working in the store.
Right.
Jay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Red.